Yeah. in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, won't you let the light shine through. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
flashbang. gentlemen, and I agree with the guys on Death Chains. I feel like Mouse should win this, but Hellraisers are the team, as we know in history, that can just ruin your tournament. They may not go very deep themselves, but they can ruin your tournament.
The gatekeepers. But yeah, I firmly believe in mousesports for this one. I think Cash is a nice match for them in this particular matchup. We'll see if they can do it. Looks like mousesports going to be starting on the CT side. Lowell's the defuse man of 2 flashbangs. Commonly, we've seen defuse kit and a HE grenade from CT side. So he's going for double flash instead, which may help on a retake if that's what they choose to do. Steeko's gone for a smoke grenade and a Molotov, which is also somewhat rare. Angel's gone for Deagle, no Kevlar, so he hasn't been raid bossed. We see mousesports, sorry, rather Hellraisers, moving towards the B-bomb site early, having a very passive look towards mid, so it's almost like they're anticipating a potential flank coming in.
Got to be careful though, because ChrisJ super close to this push, able to fall back just in the nick of time there, but they don't have any real distance to play with. As soon as the T's are on the site, they're going to be straight in their faces. They can't really use cover very well, so I just wrap around the side. Great flashbang comes in, allows for 2 quick kills. Very awkward defense, backs against the wall, and they will be promptly taken down by the offensive Hellraisers. However, 2 versus 2, some good damage has been done, and the bomb is down. Still a good chance here for mousesports.
Dennis had a nice angle up top if he knows where the bomb is. See, Nico's got a nice angle as well, so Hellraisers have some collecting to do. They've got time to do it though. He's trying to use these guns together, but oh, Zero's just run into the middle of nowhere. Nobody looking at T-Spawn whatsoever. That's a complete mess. That's left Angel in a very awkward position indeed. He needs headshots. He's got the USP. If Nico peeks at the wrong time, he could get taken down. Angel faces for the trade frag, but Nico takes the kill, and that's mousesports with a very good start.
Yeah, that's beautiful stuff. That flashbang that came in, though, on the defense initially, that was so perfect. This flashbang just bought just enough time to get a frag or 2 in there from Spiddy and ChrisJ before eventually they go down, because the positions are really problematic. You don't want to be stuck against like 5 Glocks when just sitting on a site playing really close ranges. You can't really get anything done with USPs in those spots. So it was pretty amazing they got so much out of it. Now they're going to reap the rewards. However, they do have to still defeat the Tech 9s. Very scary pistol, very good at the run and gun. Question is, where do Hellraisers want to take that run and gun? They've got a limited amount of utility. It is looking like they're favoring the A side of the map.
For those of you in GoTV today for this match, I would keep eyes on Nico, or if he's dead, keep eyes on ChrisJ, or switch between them as necessary. They are 2 interesting players to watch on Cash. We've seen some crazy clutches from Nico recently on Cash. Maybe they'll continue today. Hellraisers, lots of people on the boost spot. They've got 1 flashbang just being deployed now. We'll see what they do. In the meantime, Bondic is harassing, trying to maybe pull that short rotation player away while they move into the middle area. There's Lowell up close. He can't run away now. No kills for him. Tech9 takes him down. So UMP collected for the T's.
That's pretty scary stuff, but Nico's there doing a good job on the bomb site. Then it's still in position as well, and it looks like things are going much better now for mousesports. Hellraisers, though, they did actually get some damage done, and there was some real opportunity in this round to get some more out of it. So 2-0 start for mousesports, definitely a much better start than they had yesterday against Na'Vi on Cobblestone. That was, I think they went down 5 or 6 rounds to nothing on the favoured side, but this time a much more comfortable start for them to begin the day with.
Yep, just puts their economy hopefully in the right place for them. Looks good as well. We've got 4 Glocks and the Deagle onto Angels, so we may see a slow round, but it should be a nothing round. Zero picks up a late P250. So again, just trying to do some damage to the economy early on. Do wonder if mousesports will keep these SMGs if they can do. Lovely grenade coming in, that is perfect. Could have gone for the flashbang, but the HE grenade does enough damage where Dennis can just clean up afterwards. Has support as well in case he needs to reload. Lowell just waiting. Now that corner is a blind spot as well, so for those of you at home like knifing people, good place to stand if you can get a forward position in a main.
This has been handled pretty well overall by mousesports. There may be some, you could argue, some risks here or there, but they played them with SMGs, so they mitigated their well, the potential damage that could have been done by playing it with the really good run and gun type weapons in those SMGs, and you wouldn't be giving up too much if you died with those as well. Although it's never nice to lose the armor. But 3-0, and mousesports, they've managed to get themselves that solid start that every CT side and Cash loves to get. Now they have to try to defend against the AKs. And Hellraisers here have a lot of money to get the utility in as well, an ample amount of utility. It's not perfect, but there is more than enough for smoke grenades, bunch of molotovs. So it'll be quite curious to see how they approach this one. It's not going to be super easy to play a very slow round for Hellraisers because they don't have maximum utility. But we'll see if they do go for the classic delayed mid-take to really start to feel out how exactly Mousesports are going to start their defense off with.
Hellraisers looking to cause some problems in mid. And they look good because Lowell's in the vent, but he's got the MP9. So I can't imagine he's going to do a lot from that position against the AKs, especially when there's more than one person up there. In the meantime, Angel trying to draw some attention away towards A. Seiko and Zero move into the middle area, so again, I think they're maybe pulling one player from mid towards A to make their mid-take easier. Christian coming in for a late pick, but Lowell from range with the MP9 takes Zero down. In the meantime, there's carnage on the A side, 3 versus 3. Down goes Chris J as well.
It's looking a bit scary now. Lowell's the only last man standing. He's coming from Highway, and he's got an AK-47, and this is not looking good. Bomb is actually taken down. Lowell almost getting himself a second opportunity there at a frag, but taken down by Stiko. And a nice attack there from Hellraisers, keeping the pace really fast. They're just going straight into A. They didn't really mess around with trying to take early map control anywhere. Decided to just go for the straight up play into it. It did work out quite well for them. And again, because they had fairly low utility, it makes a lot of sense. And Mousesports are going to have to go for the full buy here.
So Hellraisers on the board early. Dead Fox continuing with the UMP. Maybe a money issue. We'll see if Seeker goes for an early pick. See he's trying to pre-fire someone crossing to the short box, but the smoke goes down just in time. Can expect to see people doing that with the AWP in the second half, especially the likes of NiKo and Chris J, depending on who's got the spawn. Speaking of which, Chris J with a nice angle towards B. These angles, commonly when you smoke off the beginning of the B-bomb site, you get a Molotov off the wall to where Chris J is standing. He's a bit further back, maybe to try and avoid said Molotov, but no such nades just yet for Hellraisers, despite having lots of utility. He's opening the vent so we can boost his teammate up there. And again, we have a late play from Hellraisers towards mid, it seems. They've done well, pulling their second mid player towards the A site before they take mid for almost free. We'll see how Mousesports adjust to that.
Yeah, it's cool to see the setups that Mousesports have on the B-bomb site as well, playing 2 in the checkers area at the moment. Obviously, Hellraisers, they could go for the B split, but they could also still go back for an A split. But it does look like they're going to start charging the vents here. Already Chris J makes contact into the B storage area. Trey frags come in right now. Chris J has to hold on somehow. He's only got this AWP to work with, no teammates, but that's good enough. 2 frags for Chris J. Just Angel left, and this push has been dismantled by the Dutchman. Great work there from him, and that is going to mean that Mousesports will be in a very comfortable place, presuming that Angel doesn't get any more damage done here, and he won't. So the 4-1 is on the scoreboard now for Mousesports.
Very nice stuff by Chris J, and it's another shot from him. But it's also worth noting, you see he takes this shot, and then while his scope is on cooldown, he shoulder peeks to see what else is going on, then comes back to take Bondik down. Bondik tried to escape, but the wall was not protection enough, and that ruined the money of Hellraisers. So Mousesports are in a great position to get to, let's say, a 6-1, 7-1. So this is a really good start for their C2 side.
Yeah, that's a glorious play. And also to see Chris J just immediately hit some form like that in one of the early rounds of the AWP, that's very promising as well. Definitely a player that really gets, when his confidence gets going, he becomes even more scary. And it's just, of course, some Kevlar-less opponents to deal with, so easy cleanup to begin with here for Mousesports. Dennis with the 2K over by the A-bomb site. The bomb is there as well, actually, which he may not have spotted initially. Was not there at the beginning, I think. So this should be somewhat of just, you know, an easy situation for Mousesports to slowly clean up. And it does give Hellraisers also some time to talk as well, potentially, about what they want to do on the next buy round. But their money, of course, got ruined by winning that one round and then losing immediately afterwards.
Yeah, their money absolutely sucks. Lowell doesn't need to fight to the death here. Down to 22, he can just exit, he can give that area up. NiKo can watch it from the A site, make sure nobody goes over to Connector. We'll see if the team are trying to, if Hellraisers, what remains of them, what maybe they're trying to exploit Lowell's tagging towards A, but they seem headed towards B now. Some indecision perhaps. Maybe it's a matter of time. Maybe they've made the right play though. Chris J could potentially be overwhelmed in this situation on the B-bomb site on his own. That smoke, though, makes them go the long way round, and that may allow time for Mousesports to get more players in. There's the first one down. Nice flashbang coming in again from Mousesports. Last man in the vent, Stiko, with all of 5 HP. He will go down through the smoke. So, 1 kill done, not much invested by Hellraisers in that round, so a little bit of damage may go a long way in the coming rounds. They're back on the buy now. AK coming out for Angel, but all he can afford is a smoke grenade, so we may see Hellraisers short on utility.
And even though those were easy shots for chrisJ to connect, it's just awesome to see that he, you know, when he pulls out the scope and when he pulls the trigger, people are dying. And that is, you know, just him getting that consistent flow of frags does give you confidence here for Mousesports going forwards. Hellraisers looking to try to get on some shenanigans now. They got the scouts on Dead Fox, a couple of Galils. Again, another round where they have a very low amount of grenades. And perhaps an aggression here coming in from Mousesports. Now, Dennis doesn't have to push here almost ever, but he does have a very fast reactionary type position here should Hellraisers push towards the B storage or A storage type of scenario, or if they go for a delayed mid play, Dennis has the ability to actually peek over as they try to boost with a flash from a teammate. So there's a lot of utility from that position, but it's very fragile in many ways as well. You have to get the perfect timing, but if you do, it's big. So let's see if Dennis is able to do that.
Mousesports have gone for double AWPs in this round as well. Nico over towards the A site, holding off angles there. Hellraisers looking to go for a wall of smoke, a late to mid-take, but the clock is really running down, and Dennis is definitely going to be a thorn in the side. They're never going to expect him. This is the last place they're going to look. If he just turns around and sees what's going on in mid, but he makes a play towards A instead. That's the bomb as well. That's a huge play by him. Here comes Bondik. He'll make the frag, but they've got 40 seconds left. It's pretty much an A play at this point. Or is it? We've got a Zero moving towards B. They're all over the place at the moment. 35 seconds left.
Yeah, hard choices mid-round to make here for the Hellraisers side. They're going to be starting to barrel that bomb towards the A bomb site. And everyone from Mousesports is actually quite close to try to deal with this. But this duel from Angel, if he goes aggressive, does he have a flash from a teammate? There's no flashes on the Hellraisers side at the moment, so it's going to be just a raw aim battle, which Angel's going to win, but turns around. Trade frag is alive for Spitty. But the positioning here in this 2 versus 2 is quite decent here for Hellraisers. And now the bomb is ticking away. chrisJ switching up for the UMP there in favor of the AWP. When he goes to these close ranges, seems like it pays off, gets one. And now Zero's position is known.
Is Spitty going to make the hero play and just go for the defuse? He knows the player was in main. Where is he now? I was going to suggest. But where is Zero? He's still walking. He's a non-believer. And this might just pay off. There's the kill. And he will have time to defuse the bomb just about, I think. Maybe he can rescue the AWP as well. So they got a bit tight for Mousesports in the end there. Hellraisers playing the clock down, but and they were quite spread out as well. Almost worked out for them, but he did do good damage to the Mousesports economy.
Yeah, and he didn't go for the AWP, and I'm pretty sure it was much closer than the AK he just picked up. So maybe there's a miscommunication there. Seems kind of weird not to grab the AWP, but never mind, because there's going to be 2 AWPs purchased here by the Mousesports side. So they're going to be changing their setup up a little bit. And again, I mean, they really found such... in the fact that they reset Hellraisers when they did on the economy, Hellraisers have never had a single buy round that was like a maximum type buy, which is kind of nuts because we're in round 8 now.
Yeah, and we have focus on the B bomb site with what little Hellraisers have to bring to the table. They've got a Molotov going towards the vent to keep the AWPers off their angles, and it might be a charge through the smoke. Indeed, it is. chrisJ, many targets, can't hit one. There's a smoke on the side as well. That may delay the T side. Nice one into Angel. No one able to trade just yet. There goes Dead Fox as well. Zero coming in, and it's just they're all running into the meat grinder. That is chrisJ. Can they get the bomb down? Planted for Checkers. There's a smoke down at the moment, which may help him. But how do they hold this site?
Crazy stuff from chrisJ. 2 players here for Hellraisers. Precariously positioned around the bomb site, trying to pick up the kills. Bondik opens up with one. There is actually a chance now. The smoke has bought some time here. Bondik winning another 1 versus 1. There's no trade fragger. Stiko's able to cover on the crossfire, and things suddenly look very laboured here. In fact, completely lost for Mousesports. A round from nowhere from Hellraisers, and after that defense from chrisJ, where he connected multiple shots even through the wall, I thought that would be guaranteed. Forwards. But they with only 2 players surviving, they cannot risk, or rather they cannot have a situation now where they lose the next round.
Mousesports invested a lot into AWPs. 4 AWPs across 2 rounds really, and all their money has gone down the drain apart from the AWP onto NiKo. And it's Hellraisers with a timeout at the moment. So maybe just taking a breather. They know they've got opportunity in front of them. If they wonder what Mousesports will do with this AWP onto NiKo. He hasn't got the best spawn in the world, so we are unlikely to see a fast play towards B. He does like the squeaky play though, and he can do it delayed. We've seen some funky stuff with some wallbangs from NiKo, so it's going to come down to WP. Spending some money around it, picking up some CZ-5.7s. In fact, they're going to force around the AWP, it seems. So there's still dangerous waters ahead for Hellraisers. Obviously, they're in a much superior position in terms of weaponry and so on, but they can't play too slow. We know what happens, or what can happen in those situations. So we'll see how Hellraisers try to weather the storm and where NiKo is going. It is towards B, in fact. Maybe he will have the angle by Checkers. Indeed, he does. Looking away in case it's a flashbang, but no, it's a standard smoke. Pop flash from a teammate. Still a long way to go through the smoke, but he's made it. Here comes the Molotov. Can he get a kill, though? There we go. 0 peek, 0 punish. No trade.
Nice little snap there from NiKo. Waited patiently for that one. Patience comes at a reward this time. Hellraisers, it's hard for them to actually respond here. The nature of that push from NiKo does not allow an easy trade frag. So he's gotten away scot-free with that one. And now Hellraisers, if they had a plan, this is part of the reason why it's so cool to see an aggression like that. They had the timeout. They really wanted to make sure they wouldn't mess around like this up. They knew that they would have the advantage on the weapons and the utility. So here it is. The execution onto the bomb site. And it's NiKo they're going to be running into. Can he show up Chris J with the AWPing? So far it's looking good, but there's still more players to come.
The smoke on the site will help the CTs. It makes life difficult for the Ts trying to emerge, and they've thought better of it. Angel's made his way into main, but he's got Lowell coming close, and Angel doesn't have the health to deal with this. If he looks the wrong way, he's going to go down immediately. And now where does the bomb go? They don't have any control towards B, towards A. They've just given up a rifle towards A with no damage done, and Chris J's moved into position as well. So there are big problems here for Hellraisers. 2 plays left, that's a tag. They can both be finished off with any weapon in the game now. 10 HP and 30 HP on these 2 players. Lowell may still be position unknown. And there we go. 3 players surviving for Mousesports. That is massive stuff. One thing I wanted to say earlier is often when in a situation where you've got one big gun, i.e. the AWP, you get an early pick, you would rotate it towards the other site, maybe anticipating a rotation from the Ts, but NiKo stays put and it works. Pays off in spades.
Yeah, and I think Hellraisers, they played it so well by taking the timeout when they did. A lot of teams don't have great timeout timing, but that really was a perfect moment to do it because they couldn't afford to lose that round.
They did lose it though.
And they had the advantages. But that's the thing, because Mousesports, they realized, you know what, Hellraisers are going to come into this round with a very solid plan. They're all going to be on the same page. If we can disrupt that early somehow, and what better way to do that than send NiKo out on a tiny aggression with the right nades, and NiKo played it perfectly. And then since then, Hellraisers were forced into perhaps just suboptimal spots. So beautiful from Mousesports to respond in such a way. But now Hellraisers, wow, look at this, just quickly sneaking out into middle. But of course, unfortunately, in this round they don't have any guns. But does it matter? Angel with the Deagle finds Dennis, execution style, and now there is more damage to be done here. Unfortunately, the weapon is unrecoverable. Yeah,
the weapon's too far away, and his teammates all have Glocks. So even though he's got a nice one-shot onto A, I still do not fancy Hellraisers for this round whatsoever. Maybe they can get some more damage in, but it would be a miracle for them to win this round at this point. So we'll see. 1 minute on the clock. Speedy's in a very forward position towards B as well. That's allowing Chris J to rotate towards the middle area, and Lowell can go tighter towards A to help NiKo should it be required. Very nice angle by Speedy, but if they walk, you won't see them. If he was on the opposite side of the sunroom, then you could see the vents as well. And now Angel shoots open the vent. That asks questions, and Chris J moves back towards B. Meanwhile, Zero picks up the bomb spotted now. He's going to need help, or will he? In fact, NiKo from the car with 2 kills. Sorry, Lowell from the car, and NiKo up close. And that's pretty much the round shut down. So again, we'll see if Angel can do any more damage. NiKo could get 1 shot, but it won't be. Speedy from out of nowhere brings Mousesports to 8.
I'm really sad, actually, that there's no PT50s in this round instead of the Glocks, because it's such an improvement. I mean, we actually saw NiKo get dinked at that range. He would have died, actually, if they were playing with PT50s. And, well, I respect the almost full Glock eco. I can respect that. Very economic. And you can see that they need the money. Their buy here is utterly appalling, to put it lightly. A couple of Galils, and once again, just suboptimal amounts of utility. A decent amount, an amount that you can definitely work off of, but it generally keeps your pace much quicker than in rounds which maybe you'd want to try to play very slowly. And speaking of which, we're going to have another boost coming in here from mousesports. NiKo's going to be elevated up onto that position, and this could be big.
2 on the site already. Lowell's very close on short as well, so there's a lot of people here. Hellraiser's wondering where everybody is. There's Dennis, but he can't get any more kills. NiKo just watching, trying to play the long game. Doesn't work. 3 kills, no answer from mousesports. That smoke goes down between the wall and red as well. That makes it really hard for the CTs to get back into the site, something that Complexity, or was it TSM? TSM, Semphis teams rather, have been doing quite well. See the resmoke there. That is a big problem. But anyway, it is abandoned ship for mousesports. 2 players versus the 5. They are quickly out of this round. And I was going to say, Hellraisers, I mean, their A splits have been promising. They've been able to get into mid with little issue, but forcing that player to rotate towards A, maybe there are problems later on, but there's potential for them in that direction. They get their 3rd round on the board. Can they get a consecutive round, though?
Yeah, this is something. There's some stuff happening now for Hellraisers, which it was hard to really say for a lot of the rest of this game so far, which was just mousesports playing playing from a strong position and playing it pretty correctly and executing well with excellent plays such as the AWPs that we've seen from the likes of chrisJ and NiKo. But now we actually see Hellraisers with a bit more cash to play with. Although that said, because of the weaponry that mousesports did save, they're going to have another double up coming in here. So it will not be an easy task to defeat this still for Hellraisers.
There is a brief technical timeout, which should be resumed shortly. So indeed, Hellraisers have not been able to win a consecutive round yet. They're running out of opportunity to. But the problem is, if they get reset again, then mousesports will probably win 2, if not 3 rounds again. So it's very important that Hellraisers win this round. And also, there's no money in the bank for mousesports at the moment.
I'm expecting to see another aggression as well. With this many rounds already in the bag, I feel like it's an amazing way to just shut Hellraisers down and just completely out of the half. If you get NiKo or chrisJ on a good timing on an aggression, and then you just get that fast frag, and then I think Hellraisers collapse potentially. And where do you see mousesports here? Because I feel like they have so much ability to dictate the flow, despite being on the CT side at the moment.
Well, right now the big players are chrisJ and NiKo with the AWPs once again, but their spawns are terrible. They've got the worst spawns in their team, so they can't really go for any funky stuff. Again, NiKo has some pushes towards Squeaky, which aren't necessarily based on spawn timing, but I mean their spawns are terrible, so we'll see. The thing is, if you face chrisJ in this match right now, you're probably going to die. If you face NiKo, you're probably going to die. So I mean, they need their grenades to be on point. They need to get their smoke grenades towards the B bomb site. They need to get their Molotovs into the vent. They need to get their pop flashes. Just keep mousesports away from any of the angles they want to hold. There's the first step. The smoke grenade comes in, and they need to get the molly. But mousesports going to force their way through once again. But it's always dangerous if you get lost in that smoke. There's that Molotov I was talking about. That does allow you to get into checkers, and once you do that, if you can get into mid, there are very strong B splits possible. Hellraiser's moving away now. Not even a lurker towards the B bomb site. Lowell under the boost at present. He will hear the footsteps being made. That may reposition the players. Indeed, chrisJ now moving away from B towards mid, and that can allow Dennis to play closer to A if he wants to. Normally it would be low, but again, he's under the boost at the moment. So maybe they're expecting a late play from Hellraisers here. They're just holding position at present in main, in Squeaky, around the boost.
So flash in to main to start to try to work into some more angles, to try to flash if there's an AWP there, which again NiKo is so prolific at playing with the AWP around the door position, and you can see that's sort of what he's doing at the moment. He's around the door position on the bomb site, and then they go with these grenades, trying to make sure that he can't get a shot off, and so far they're successful. Dennis now spotted. Oh, NiKo finds himself a double, 2-for-1 special, and now it's just 2 players left standing. This has collapsed. Bondik tries to respond, but chrisJ's back, and so is NiKo, in with the quad kill. That is how you shut a round down, and with style, mousesports are looking good today.
NiKo with those discount vouchers, 2 for 1 all day, lining up. Lovely stuff. He had a really nice angle set up with Dennis as well. Dennis around the forklifts, and he was mostly. Oh, that is grotesque. That is truly horrendous. Lovely stuff there by NiKo. Look, he's enjoying it. He's in boiler mode. He's in boiler mode or baller mode.
What is
baller mode or boiler mode?
Boiler mode.
Whichever you prefer.
He's the boiler man.
We have a timeout from mousesports now, and this time NiKo has a forward spawn, so maybe we'll see some fabled aggression. Look at this. Look at this. This is nice.
Yeah.
Discount voucher time, but then the swing is ridiculous. Like, what is that? Why is he looking away? That's ridiculous. He's styling and profiling. He's Ric Flair in this.
Amazing. And what are you doing against that? That's so unfortunate for Hellraisers. Because again, this is
that's just rude. That's just rude.
It's
That's
just
rude.
in the Matrix right now. He's rewriting the code of the game. Look at that. What's happening? What is this?
I'm going to go to my right, and then I'm going to go to my left, and then you're going to die. Hellraiser's back on the buy. 5 AKs for the T side, some grenades as well, but how do they recover psychologically from such abuse?
Well, sometimes NiKo has a game at the same time as chrisJ, and it looks like that. Not much you can do, I'm afraid. That is why the AWP is an exciting weapon, my god. Well, Hellraisers, they do have full AKs at least. Again, in limited utility, but perhaps they are very used to that by now. And they've, as you mentioned before, you know, it doesn't seem too difficult in the rounds where they want to take mid for them to bring it into control. And that's what's happened, and they're going to go for a straight up B split into Spitty. And actually, Spitty's fairly alone at the moment. His teammates are caught up on the choke point, and you can see smokes down. That doesn't stop chrisJ though. Gets himself on Nick, and that is Spitty dead. So the bomb site is now potentially secured, but Lowell coming in from the top, causing problems, dropping down. The confidence is just there for Lowell and mousesports, but still, there's a chance here. Maybe Stiko, he's got 3 players to deal with. There's one. But chrisJ raises his head again.
chrisJ and NiKo are somewhat unstoppable at the moment, and I think mousesports at this point are feeling really, really comfortable. I mean, when they've got that smoke down at the front of the site, and then they're pushing through the smoke, they're taking risks they don't need to take, so I don't feel like they're terribly concerned at the moment. And again, 2 rounds remain now. Hellraisers have been broken once more, so that threat becomes even less. Hellraisers have their choices taken away from them. See what they do with their Glocks and the Deagle onto Stiko this time. The odd P250 being picked up, so now it's just 1 Glock and 3 P250s, but I mean, this damage can still mean something into the last round because there isn't that much cash in the coffers for mousesports, but really, I think at this point, for this half, mousesports are not concerned.
Yeah. I mean, they are loving the double AWPs indeed, and it is a big cost, but it's just that they're just so comfortable at the moment. Easy pickoffs here against the players with no Kevlar of Hellraisers. And I'm just looking forward to seeing more NiKo and chrisJ at this point with those AWPs. It's just been a stellar performance across all the rounds. And this is just somewhat of a formality in this round at the moment.
They hear the footsteps as well. They hear the footsteps, they know what's going on there, and Lowell cleans up the rest of them.
Oh, that is why! Why are you going to do him like that, Dennis?
Right then, last chance saloon for the first half. Can Hellraisers get their 4th round on the board? We did think mousesports would be a solid pick for this matchup, and they are not proving us wrong. 1 round remains. We have a Hellraisers timeout at the moment. Boom.
Oh dear. Dennis wanted the frags, man. He's like, I want to catch up with NiKo and chrisJ. Please let me have this.
Why do you get to go into main?
I think he would have been able to get the ace, actually. And maybe with a double nade. Imagine if Lowell doesn't peek in there, because they're pretty tagged. Anyway, we're almost at the end of the first half, and it's hard really to see mousesports letting this game up, just because their confidence must just be through the roof at the moment, frankly.
Yeah, this is a great way to start the day for mousesports. See what happens in the second half, but first comes the conclusion of the first. Dennis and Lowell in the middle area once again. chrisJ and Spitty towards B. NiKo playing from the car position on A. Won't be anything fast towards the A site. Hellraisers again should be smoking off the front of B. ChrisJ's gone to the box position in the checkers area, actually, so he's changing things up. Anticipating perhaps what Hellraisers might do. So for those of you who don't have the pop flash main, that's how you do it. You can crouch next to the entrance there and throw a flashbang. And it lands quite nicely to allow your teammates to rush into A. Very slow start from Hellraisers at the beginning of this last round.
Yeah, we've seen Lowell play this position quite a few times too, whereby he has a teammate, Dennis, supporting him, whilst the smoke is down on the T-warehouse. And there you go, they're going to be going over the boost. He's good for one at the moment, but that does benefit actually Hellraisers, although they did lose some utility in this effort, and they've also lost a lot of health on multiple players. And in comes Dennis for another 1 versus 1, and this actually going to be a trade again, so 3 versus 3. This actually looks quite good. Hellraisers have 35 seconds to play with though. That's the only constraining factor. And that as well. That's also a constraining factor, James.
Yep.
Spitty out of the vent.
They did smoke off the short position from the boost, but not sure if they've going to be able to capitalize on that. It has indeed disappeared. Nico's made his way towards connector. He's got a nice angle for the cross, but he's about to be smoked off, so he'll need to reposition. Ooh, this is an angle I have not seen used very often. We'll see if it pays off for him. He can opt to stand around the sandbags as well and watch the left-hand side timing. Timing is real. So we'll see what his teammates do while he holds an angle. Spitty from the back, and now Bondik is in a lot of trouble. ChrisJ's got a Molotov, so does Spitty. So he may get roasted. Roasted and toasted. 3 players coming his way. There's the first Molotov forced into the reticle of Nico, and he'll take him down. 12-3 half for Mousesports. Lovely jubbly.
And Spitty took his shoes off in that round, James. He's just sneaking up on everyone. Ninja style. No footstep noises going on. And that looks really easy. So 11-3, that's, well, 12-3, sorry. That's a big scoreline. That's what's to play off of. They are looking good.
Thumbs up. See if he'll have the thumbs up at the end of this half. But three rounds, and Hellraisers on the CT side now. Lots of questions to be had, but for now we'll see Nico and Lowell both up there with the kills, 15 and 14 respectively. The rest of the teammates not far behind with 13, 12 and 11, so they are all in line. ChrisJ has been doing really good work. Good to see that consistency with the AWP straight off the bat, from both him and Nico, but ever dangerous is ChrisJ.
Yeah, the Dutchman has been just doing an incredible job. This was right at the start in the 5th round. He basically just picked up the AWP, already hitting some incredible shots, showing some great composure. And the thing is that some of the shots are easier than others, but that's the mark of a good AWPer, just to hit everything. And in fact, he even got a tag in this round before they pushed in through the wall, which I don't think a lot of people would have noticed, because that's not a common wallbang spot at all, but he still hit everything. ChrisJ has really been going off and getting all the opportunities and executing well from those opportunities, and you can see just how well he's been doing with these stats. So hopefully we get to see more from ChrisJ in the major that he continues this form, because when he's at his peak, it honestly is such a joy to watch.
Yeah, when it's maps like Cache or Dust 2, you basically don't want to play against Mousesports on those maps because ChrisJ. And also because Nico, but especially on Dust 2 because ChrisJ. He is something disgusting if you give him the right maps to play on. Countdown has begun. Let's see if Hellraisers can win a much-needed pistol round. Otherwise, they are going to get smoked like kippers, Dan.
That's true. That is very true. Hellraisers, they have a lot of experience on the lineup, to be honest. In the likes of Angel, he's a very experienced kind of figurehead for the team, so hopefully he can really lead his team back into some semblance of a comeback, but it does all begin here. Let's see what they have in store for Mousesports. Mousesports, though, they are on the T side, so they are going to be dictating things somewhat here with what looks to be a very full-on push into that A-bomb site, and they're all going to go for the door, which means that if you're actually trying to spot from from the car, you won't hear them open the squeaky door. So this is, if they have Bondik there to spot it instead.
Yeah, they may be anticipating this with the angle he's holding. That smoke grenade will not give him anything, and he's going to run all the way back. It's retake time. Dead Fox has got a Molotov. That may help towards the quad area, and there is a smoke grenade onto Bondik as well. Stiko off to a good start with the P2000. They're double peeking from the short position over towards car as well, and they're allowing Angel to get into position. There's the smoke going towards main, in fact. So we'll see how this plays out. That's going to cut off some angles. Spitty's in main at the moment, throwing a pop flash. Nico spotted up top, but they're wasting a lot of time here. Hellraisers, they need to get onto the site. Yes, they've got a kit, but they need kills. There's still 4 Mousesports players alive. Nico is sitting there all day. He's just not dying. Why won't he die that?
Boy, that took way too long. That engagement, trying to just the effort to kill Nico there was an entire team effort, James, and it took about 20 seconds, and that was 20 seconds too long.
They lost the round trying
Look
to...
at him, look at his face.
Hilarious.
He's loving it.
He probably heard a ching, 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 ching. It's like, yeah, I'm going to sit here. They lost the round trying to kill Nico.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Oh, dearie, dearie me. Dearie, dearie me. That was just too much. That's actually a good example in an extreme, I suppose, of when you're trying to do, let's say, a site retake.
He knows. Look at him. He knows.
And there's someone flanking. It's like it occupies so much mental space. You're trying to deal with one thing. You're like everybody on the team's trying to deal with that one thing, and that just creates this window for that to be the huge distraction, and then you're going to be looking in the wrong place, just as we saw there, and you'll get shot in the back of the head. So. Not a good start in the second half here from Hellraisers, but it's not over yet. So they could still come out with a very solid economic situation if they were to win here. Significant disadvantage, of course, but let's see if they can do it.
Got smoke grenades going all over the shot, the Molotovs as well. How will it play out for them, though? They've got that early smoke grenades down, try and plant the bomb. Tags on both sides, and now we've got Bondik streaming through. Where the kill zone? There's Lower getting taken down. Eagle coming in to do work as well. Nico and Chris J remain potential for Hellraisers. They are back. But for how long? That's the question now. 9 rounds behind Mousebots, but they have some advantage for the time being.
Yeah, that's a great way to build a good economic situation for yourself. It actually puts the other team, the losing team in this case, which would be Mousebots, at more of an economic disadvantage. Instead of if the Mousebots had just straight up lost the pistol round. It's going to take longer for Mousebots to recover economy, and Hellraisers will have a much quicker boom to their economy. They're going to be very prosperous. You can see they were able to pick up so many UMPs. It's a lot of money saved right off the bat, so really good situation for them in that sense. They just have to make sure that they are able to hold on here, and they should be fine. I mean, all we see is just a P250 on Nico, not even that classic Deagle that we come to expect, and they're going to be running into the UMPs right now, and it's going to be cleaned up here. Stika with 3, and Chris J causing some problems, but he will go down to Angel in the end, allowing Hellraisers to claim this round, which was mostly a formality. Nice
fast round. Mousebots want to move on. But there's more money for them to accrue. A lot of these players in the low 3,000s. From that position, Stiko's legs would be exposed. You see Chris J shooting him. If you're crouching on the corner of the vents like that, the Ts can see your legs and you can't see the T. So bear that in mind, those of you at home. Also, when the vent is unbroken and you're standing next to it, inside the vent is a CT, there are angles where your entire body can be seen and you can't see anything. You have to crouch to get full vision with that vent update. That's a nice shot from Dennis. Good damage done early on. Zero's in trouble as well. He goes for a slow peek. Oh! Shoulder tagged. And he's susceptible to the meat shots, and here they come. Still alive for now, but there's more damage to be done here by the Mousebot side. He just got wrecked by Stiko. Nice save for his teammate there.
The confidence is just, look how savage Dennis was there. He smelled the blood, he's just going in. Like a shark, James. It's just going in there.
Don't say that.
Saw the blood. And there was no stopping him apart from some bullets.
I'm going shark diving in 7 days, so thank you for that. Chris J moving towards the A site with the bomb. Bondix there. It will be a gauntlet run to make it to the site. And it's one that he will not survive. Lowell, it's about damage now with this last Deagle. Zero is alone on the B bomb site. He's playing the headshot position, but Lowell will surely pre-aim this position. There he is. Oh. Boom. Straight in the jaw, son. And now he's got an M4. There's more damage to be done. He's got no Kevlar. Just waiting, expecting people to come to his position, but they should know where the bomb is. So that's unlikely. 35 seconds left. Holding the Deagle out, that's quite nice. I find it very distracting to try and shoot while inspecting a gun, but
it is.
Clearly he has a calmer head than I do. And again, he's got a Deagle out because he just wants the one-shots, man. He's about damage. He just wants to do damage. He wants to cause carnage problems. Now they've left the bomb with just Angel on the A side. He could even plant the bomb. He could plant the bomb at this time to get the bomb.
Oh no, come on. He has to go straight for it though, and he doesn't realize that it's clear. That lack of knowledge is the only thing stopping him from actually doing more damage in the round. But you could see that was a round where everybody has permission. Just go have some fun. Because they don't expect to win this round. Dennis had some fun. He's obviously been to Nico's school of the Deagle right there with some of those 1Deags that we saw. And Mousebots in with a big buy now finally for them. And we haven't really had a chance to see anything from their T side, and they're so close to winning the match with such a strong CT side. So it'll be cool to see what they have to display here, because if we look at Cobblestone, even though they got kind of destroyed by Na'Vi, Na'Vi played really well. And one thing I did definitely notice is a newfound structure to some of Mousesport's T-sided rounds, even though yesterday didn't pan out for them.
deadFox getting off to a good start, taking Speedy down. Mousesports with a focus towards A there. We've got chrisJ in main already on the reverse side, getting smoked off just as he was emerging. We see Bondik on the site on his own at present. Angel can come in to help if required. Mousesports is chilling out, watching the flank. NiKo doing some harassment. Bondik holding an angle to make sure he doesn't get shot through that door. We see Lola and chrisJ on either side of main. They're waiting for an opening. Mousesports are very good at picking players off. chrisJ looking at all the usual angles, trying to get a read on the trajectory of these grenades perhaps. But no one is serving themselves up. Ever the dangerous man, chrisJ. They know they can't pick. NiKo's in a very strong position. Down Dennis goes, and now the T's have to move.
Yeah, good positioning here for them, despite being down some members and not truly 100% on the bomb site. They've got some position to work from, and you can see it's working out for Lowell, pushing up from the forklift side. Oh, Bondik, no one check quad! No one check quad! And chrisJ's going to tag him, but the pistol comes... Oh, in fact, no, the AK comes out from NiKo to cover chrisJ. Otherwise, he was probably going to die there. NiKo comes in, finds himself one more, but Zero with that trade in a timely fashion. But chrisJ's on for this. A 1 versus 2 clutch situation with that bomb ticking away. The pressure is on for here for Hellraisers. They cannot afford to lose this round, but they're up against chrisJ.
They're not peeking just yet, they're taking their time, but again that clock is running down. chrisJ coming out for the peek, Zero takes his head straight off. They do have defuse kits, they'll pick up an AWP as well. In fact, deadFox already has his, so they won't pick up a second one it seems. Zero standing over it, but decides not to. But again, that's a very crucial retake from Hellraisers. Very patient play as well. Starting to get tense with that clock, but Nerves of Steel on the Hellraiser side. 6 rounds behind now. There's another buy though coming for Mousesports.
Yeah, that definitely was a close one. You can see how quick Zero was here. Oh, that is quite the snap, isn't it? And it's interesting chrisJ's position because he decided to go for quite a wide peak there. He really wanted to get a 1 versus 1, which is quite smart. Either way, Mousesports now coming in with the UMP Galil. Full utility though, pretty much. And looks like they want to just hammer that B bomb site. And I think Hellraisers will be pretty happy with that. They've got loads of players here. And boom, there it is. deadFox finds himself an easy pick off. And seeing Speedy go to that position with a grenade out probably tells deadFox quite a lot about exactly what Mousesports originally intended, where quite a few members might already still be.
Yeah, I think their Molotov completely messed up and went in the wrong place, because I think the normal idea, if you watch Get Right, for example, when he plays towards B on the T side, he's Molotoving this position after smoking, this position where deadFox is standing, so maybe an error there. It can be a bit finicky. See, NiKo's going to try and Molotov it this time. And they're going to run straight through, so he's forced from his position, deadFox, but they use that person as a wall, but NiKo comes out of nowhere. Down goes NiKo as well. It's a disaster for Hellraisers. His Zero still on the site. Again, that smoke grenade will be his friend. He's going to find one for his teammates, rotating as well. He can't do anything else. Angel spraying through the smoke, 2-on-2.
This is pretty impressive. I mean, they got denied, but just still hit that big bomb site. Oh, 1 HP. How is he still alive? chrisJ is surely not long for this. Well, the bomb's still trying to go down there. Lowell's going to get it planted. He's only got 42 health himself. This is going to be a tough one. Oh my god, he's down to 7. It's grenades! Oh man, how are they going to live through this one? Well, Hellraisers are definitely taking their time about it. Really desperately awaiting a peak from Mousesports, but Mousesports are so scared because their health is just ridiculously low. chrisJ gets 1. He knows where Bondik is. He's got 1 point of health. What? chrisJ and Lowell somehow win that round. That should never happen. 14-7.
That is unbelievable. They survived, like, that's like the Worms carpet bomb, the banana bomb.
The banana bomb, I like it. All
the banana bombs coming out. Man, that is insane. So unfortunate for Hellraisers. Lovely aiming there from chrisJ. You see Nick, like, no! 2 rounds away from victory now. Double the score of Hellraisers. We've got a tactical timeout from Hellraisers. They have... Their money is... it's a bit all over the place. It's going to be taking them a while to calculate what they can actually buy in this round, or if they want to play against match point, which I'm sure they don't. tough times ahead for the Hellraiser side.
Yeah, they've really been through some demoralizing situations now, being on the end of the clutches in the way that they have, like that one, kind of crazy. And one thing I noticed which was really cool about that round was when NiKo got into checkers, he killed 2 people almost instantaneously with a UMP, and I don't know how you can do that because it's not very good at range.
What's even more insane is Chris J with 1 HP standing on top of the barrels on the site, jumped off into headshot and then didn't die from world impact or anything.
Nuts. What a crazy round.
That is nutty. Hellraiser's going for what could be a fast play. It would be a timely play. I don't think anybody's watching the boost at the moment from around the truck area. Oh, Stiko caught out of position by Dennis. Wanda going down as well. Angel spamming with a 5-7. That spam will be received in the inbox. Lovely from Spiddy as well. Still opportunity. Down to 2 versus 2 though. The bomb is being flanked by Dennis. We've got Zero making a slow proceeding towards the A side to try and help his teammate, but Angel is in a sticky situation.
Oh, he knows that someone's lurking. Didn't expect NiKo to be up top. NiKo, that position has been working out well for him so far. However, finally, Zero will take him down. 1 versus 1 with so much time, this is very favorable for Dennis because Zero, it's very, very hard for him to be able to be in a position where he can know where Dennis is in the after plant. And that's why this is so good for Dennis. He can plant the bomb pretty much in front of the site. He could take that gamble if he wants. He could plant this very open. I think this is quite a conservative plant from Dennis. He could have actually planted it in the default spot right at the back where you can see it from from B storage, but maybe he'll just stay on the site. He could be anywhere. That's the problem for Zero.
Another thing is Zero doesn't have a kit. I'm not sure if one was purchased, but there we go. He does not have time. He has to rush into the site. He's got little choice. We see Dennis. Oh man, Zero is at the complete mercy. Everything is against him in the situation. Spots Dennis, and Dennis will take him down. Match point Mousesports.
Yeah, and it's really interesting in those situations because you see where the bomb is planted, and you have to think to yourself, this becomes a mind game. You have to think to yourself, based on where the bomb is planted, what are the most likely positions that my opponent's going to try to defend that plant from? What is the strongest position to defend that plant from? He's probably going to be in one of those spots, and then that's where the mind games tend to be, because he could be in an off angle, which is actually a really suboptimal spot objectively, but because of that meta situation going on, it becomes basically the round winning guarantee. So into the next round, into match point here, and already a bit of damage onto Angel in middle. This is a grim situation for Hellraisers. They are resorting to pistols, a single UMP as the only automatic weapon here. That is not good times.
Mousesports starting with general map control, making sure there's no push, or they're aware of any push from the Hellraiser side. Chris J going for the wall bangs in case anybody's up top on the ledge, in the corner, behind the box, behind the wall. Absolutely anywhere. This is not a good time to be on the B-bomb site.
Yeah, Chris J is really good with those wallbang angles. We've seen so many highlights from him in the past, on this map too, with scout wallbangs. So Dennis gets himself mid for free, which is cool for Mousesports, and that's going to give them more pieces to the puzzle. That is where the CTs are at the moment. And Angel's jumping around.
He's going to die. He's done. He's done.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. I'm not expecting that. Nice tag onto Dennis though, but again, advantage Mousesports. NiKo looks away, but now there's a bit of map control coming back the way of Hellraiser. Deadlock has a lot to do here. Oh, he's been teased by the head, and Chris J will take him off. Smoke in the front of the site, but what can Zero do? There are so many people against him. Spots Lowell, but Lowell is just baiting him there. He is the bait on the end of the hook, and Zero's taking that hook. Stiko left now to keep Hellraisers in this game against 3 with the Deagle. Can he get it done? Looks unlikely, and Lowell will unceremoniously finish him off. Splinters on the way down as well. That's a nasty finish for Hellraisers.
And this in some ways reminded me a little bit of when Mousesports were defeated yesterday by Na'Vi. Everything was going Na'Vi's way. Na'Vi were playing so
Thank you very much, Richard. Duncan raised some good points there. This may be dangerous waters for Na'Vi. One would presume if they haven't vetoed it, and obviously they may feel like they've improved on this. Envy, ever a dangerous opponent, somewhat unreliable sometimes, but could go either way. How do you feel about it, Dan?
Well, we saw from Na'Vi yesterday on this map, really great play. They looked very confident. You could see that they had a lot of actually innovative setups, which really does suggest to me, because if you're playing outside of what the norm looks like, then to a level like this, important matches in the major, then it has to be because you've been testing stuff. They've actually been focusing on it in the boot camp. I'm convinced that that is the answer, and that was one of the things that Thorin was suggesting would be one of the reasons why this would be the case, that we're landing on Cobblestone right now. So this should be an awesome game. Tell your friends. You can see there's 500k viewers already. Shout-outs to you guys, but tell your friends. Get everyone on here. This one's going to be good. Na'Vi versus Envious. Envy on the T side, the favored side. They will get to dictate the pace, and Na'Vi.
Will they get to
That is a good question.
Flamey in there. Na'Vi have gone for diffuse kit flash, as we saw in the previous match as well. Very curious to see how that plays out. Seas has deployed one already, maybe to get Flamey into position. Simple's playing the off angles as well. We know he's got the aim. 3 players for Envy moving slowly, but now things are starting to pick up the pace. There we go, Guardian running this fraction. That could allow Simple to pick off people. Kenny's with 2 kills, that bomb's been spotted, but only seized on the A bomb site. He was the hero with the defuse in the flames on the last Cobblestone. Can he do the same this time? Flashbang's coming in, but he's still alive. No more kills, but this is allowing the CTs to rotate. Happy was there to cut off the rotators, but he will fail. But it's Flamey alone versus 2. 2 kills for Apex, 2 kills for Kenny. Can either of them get the third?
Yeah, Flamey's actually a fairly good spot here with this USP. Has to just connect quickly. Oh, he's now stuck between 2 players. Awkward times now for Flamey, and it will not be something he can overcome this time around. 3 for Kenny, 2 for Apex. And Envious just storming through onto the A bomb site, trading their way to a bomb plant. Managed to make the difference for round number 1. And that's going to allow them to continue in a dominant fashion at the very beginnings, at least, unless anything well, anything untoward happens, which is potentially the case. We'll have to see what Na'Vi's response here, because a lot of teams actually go for a force buy here, and it can work out in certain spots, but generally it's not optimal because you need a big buy when you have to buy. And look at this, James. They go for a full save. I love this from Na'Vi. Simple's not even buying a Deagle. Hashtag new Simple.
Yeah, hashtag new Simple. Number, I don't know, number 75
Exactly.
at this point. He's in very good spirits today, which is always nice to see. That was a nice shot by KennyS towards the end of that last round. Always interesting when you see AWPers, how they use the other weapons in the game. If I'm not mistaken, Guardian's one of the few who changes his zoom sensitivity ratio setting. So his aim will be somewhat different. I changed mine as well, so I have some connection with Guardian.
Great.
He's sitting quite close to us. The Na'Vi guys are beside the commentating table. So Na'Vi have stacked the B bomb site, and again this raises a question. With no investment made, are they going to, with weapons like a MAC-10 in play, they know these weapons are going to be in play. So there's a lot of money for Envy to make if they can find Na'Vi and kill them, which is why Na'Vi won't even be playing for exit frags in this situation. They want to starve the economy of the Ts.
Yeah, and one cool thing here from Na'Vi too is that they're not really hunting to try to get kills or put themselves in spots where their positioning sucks. They're actually trying to get all the edges possible, not give anything away. Because what are you going to do with USPs? Pretty much nothing. The only way you really get kills is if you force a greedy Envious to try to run into engagements which are very unfavorable. And Envious give them the respect there. They don't tread into any unknown territory. So we actually have a round finishing where 10 people survive, James, and that doesn't happen too often, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Na'Vi, Envy have no idea if there was a force buy from Na'Vi. They don't know if they've got 5-7s and so on. And Na'Vi are going for a funky third round buy. We've got M4s coming out, we've got some FAMASs, the UMP as well, so a different approach from Na'Vi. Again, looks like a lot of teams have got surprises for us at this major. Envy moving quickly towards the B bomb site. Now, again, Envy don't know what to expect in this situation. It could be absolutely nothing, could be 5-7s. I think this is the last of what they're going to be expecting. As soon as Na'Vi start to rattle off some shots, they will know what is going on. And maybe Na'Vi want to leave that as late as possible, so no spray through the smoke or anything. Lots of question marks for Envy.
Yeah, this is really cool. Na'Vi they surely have been putting in a lot of work onto this map, and it is so far quite interesting. Now, Envious have circumvented where the majority of Na'Vi are already into the round. Still happy though is harassing towards drop zone, keeping a constant presence there just to keep the question marks in, but now we have a faster pace here. Envious start to charge onto A.
I don't think anyone's fired a bullet yet for Na'Vi. So now the surprise is coming in. The M4s have announced themselves. Down goes Six with Simple playing around the smoke. Meanwhile, he's running distraction while his teammates come in for the frags. Look at the smoke. We've seen smoke plays on the B bomb side of Cash, and I'm seeing it again on Cobblestone. Finally, a kill comes in for the Envy side, but this is falling apart for them. Happy alone now with 25 HP. Great round so far from Na'Vi.
Yeah, he's got to get some kills here. He needs the damage, but look at that angle. There's nothing you can do. That was a round where Na'Vi almost survived with that defense, with 5 players almost. It was just Happy coming in from drop, which caused some issues right at the end, but they stopped the bulk of the push against 4 players without losing 1 man. That is impressive. That is very encouraging for Na'Vi. And if they keep the spirits up and we keep seeing their plans really come into fruition as they have been so far in the limited rounds that we have seen from them in the major so far, yesterday and today, it's a scary Na'Vi to be up against.
Yeah, now the question is, how do Envy adjust to a Na'Vi playing this strong on Cobblestone? Envy pulling out the AK-47s once again. They've got 4 people focusing on the A site. Their setup is the opposite to what you normally see. Normally there's like 1, maybe 2 lurkers around the underpass in mid-area, if you will. And lots of people harassing the drop, harassing the plateau position, but this time it's Happy lurking on the B side of the fight. Simple with a very forward position. 1 kill for him. There goes Apex as well. Big damage done by Simple.
Yeah, that's really perfect. In a position like that, if you get 2, that is generally the best case you're going to be able to expect, and that's what Simple delivers. Great player to have in a spot like that. And 3 men is what Envious have to work with as they start to bring themselves into the A bomb side. Sixer carrying the bomb, and that's Flamey taking down KDS. He wins the battle against Sixer. That surely is the round over. 1 versus 4 for Happy, and he will go down immediately to Flamey. What a smooth start. What a smooth recovery, in fact, after Na'Vi lost that initial couple rounds.
One of the best things about this right now is that Simple is very much playing as a solid part of a whole unit.
Yes, exactly.
That is awesome. This is some serious A-team stuff going on from Na'Vi, and that's great to see if you are a fan of the Na'Vi side, the black and yellows.
This has always been the big question with Simple, is that we always knew that he had an incredibly large amount of raw talent, but it was always like, at what point would Simple find a team where he would mature as a player to the degree that he could really integrate into the team, and at a point where it would benefit the team and not harm his own ability to have individual impact. Because that's where we're at right now, I think. It could be that. And we have a fast play here, just the pistols being thrown against Na'Vi's defense, but it is like waves against the walls of a fort at the moment. They're crashing against it, but that fort is withstanding it perfectly. Everyone here for Na'Vi looking pretty good. Sees the only man to go down, and Envious with still poor money.
Yeah, this is a very strong start from Na'Vi despite losing the pistol. We'll see how it continues. Their money is going deeper into the black. Envy with the Deagles coming out. So I would expect more people to go towards the B plateau, try and get those long-range duels, but the question is, will Na'Vi want to peek? I mean, again, yesterday we saw Na'Vi on Cobblestone, and Guardian just jumped into B plateau without a flashbang from his side, which was unusual to say the least. I don't expect that we will see that today. And again, Envy focusing on the A bomb site. Now we have Simple going for a forward play towards A, like we used to see in the flip side days. Just Happy lurking towards the B bomb site, so we wonder what kind of Envy we will see on the next spy round.
And Simple's playing alone. They're a little bit of a forward position to get some info. No nades left on him, he's going to fall back. And something we saw out of VP was just playing Snacks alone on A long. And but Na'Vi against Mousesports yesterday, they had many 3-man setups towards A long. So just they're showing so many variations to their defense. And they're just going to start things off here with a quick pick-off. Simple though, able to get nothing against the numbers, but look at the support that comes in. It is a firing range almost. 3 players immediately respond.
For those of you on GoTV, I would recommend for this one Simple and Flamey, and I'll say Flamey on the CT side. His by the way, there's an Envious timeout at the moment, tactical timeout. I think Flamey's POV for this half will be somewhat boring because of the position he's playing, but I would recommend it as a comparison to how Taz was playing it on Cobblestone yesterday, because Taz had a lot of problems in the position he was playing. Flamey's playing a similar position but from different angles, so that's of interest to me. But generally speaking, I think Simple and how he's definitely playing as part of the unit, part of the whole, will be interesting to watch on this half at the very least.
Yeah, it's always a cool idea as well, because Simple going into Na'Vi, with the likes of Guardian on the team, such amazing players individually. You're wondering, is it too much skill? Do you have like an all-star team situation there? And it's gonna be fun to see the journey Na'Vi take us on in this major, to see how far they have come to integrate Simple to have a flawless units. Now, with this round, we actually see Envious. They have the ability here to play it slowly if they want to really get Kenny S some opportunities. Because Kenny S trying to open the map up is often going to be a winner here for Envious. They can get him into some positions. But the thing is that Na'Vi going to be playing against that. They're going to realize that. And you can see their setups here are very passive towards A, not giving anything away at the moment. 4 players on the B bomb site early on. You can see that they're sort of preparing for any fast rush timings.
Yeah, that's a really awesome, different setup from Na'Vi. One of the most important things on the CT side is not to be predictable. Complete change here. You saw Simple very aggressive when he knew Envy didn't have the cash, and now they're going to waste time looking for him. And he will hear these players jumping around through the wall, and now we have a 2-man rotation. 3 on the A bomb site now, so we have the information sharing from Na'Vi. We've got the preemptive Molotov and grenades there as well. So we'll see what Envy can do with this. Again, 4 towards A, but can they capitalize on their numbers advantage?
So time is starting to tick away now. Down to 40 seconds, and it looks like Envious have set everything up, and it's time to spring the trap. March forwards, look at that, just boosting over the smoke here. MBK taking a cursory glance to see if he can spot anything at all, but there is nothing to be spotted. There is little information that Na'Vi have given away to Envious at this point. In goes top back, we saw Simple get 2 from this position before. Does he get the same? No. MBK shuts him down this time, and Flamey not getting the result that he got previously as well. Much better start into the push. Sees though, stepping up to the plate, delivers 2. The third won't come quite so easily, but there's a chance here still for Na'Vi. But the time, they have to plant the bomb.
He doesn't need to face, he doesn't need to face, he doesn't need to face, he can't plant the bomb, just hide Edward, he can't plant the bomb. Oh, that was so close if Envy had faced, but how could they know? Just by the skin of their teeth, Na'Vi stay in the winning column. That was so close, down to the wire. Oh man, that was very nervous stuff for both sides.
Imagine if Edward died there, James, when they couldn't have time to plant the bomb, he'd have, that's like you have egg all over your face. That's just...
Yeah, you see the bomb dropping in this position. I don't know if they kept an eye on where the bomb was with all the action going on. How could you? That clock in the red already. Edward coming through the door as the smoke dissipates, just winning by a timeout. Lovely stuff. Great late adjustment there from Na'Vi. And again, they stay in the willing column, but Envy are back on the buy once again. Next to no grenades, and now the focus goes back towards the B-bomb site. Kenny in the forward position. Lovely flashbang coming in there to slow him down. No one going close. They're not going to serve themselves up if they can avoid it. But Envy definitely looking for the picks rather, with the lack of utility.
So Envious, they got Kennis in that forward spot. Oh, Guardian's going to take him down. That's the problem. Star Orper against Star Orper. And that's going to be back to the drawing board perhaps in this round for Envious, or do they double down on the plateau aggression? How do you bring yourself back in this one? Seas gets a pick there, 1 versus 1 in the drop zone. Things getting worse progressively here as time ticks on. What do they do from this position? They just have to try to get some crazy shots at this point. Individual flare is all that can really save them now.
Laying down smoke.
Happy, still creeping around. He's made the step. Edward can keep his team up to date on the information. Down goes Guardian. Position smoked up as well. Edward trades, though. Trade comes straight back, but again, still a man advantage for the CTs, but that advantage is not on the B-bomb sites at the moment. Flamey taking the bomb down. That's waste some time. There's 30 seconds left, and Happy's on his own. He's got 3 kills so far. He needs to ace to get his team back to winning ways. They desperately need to win this round, but Simple will not allow it. There seems to be no solution to Na'Vi's CT side at the moment. It's like trying to slam a revolving door, Dan.
Yeah, I like that. Slam a revolving door. That's so clever. Now, I mean, I agree with you. It's looking really troublesome. They've obviously tried a lot of different setups here. You can see this time it's Kenny S looking for a pick, but Guardian's timing there with the flashbangs and everything was just so on point, and everyone is really delivering well here in their position, just doing enough. I mean, no one's kind of overperforming here for Na'Vi, but everyone's just doing their job and just doing enough, really. And this time at Envious, they have only some Tech Knights, a single AK on Happy. They're going to take that push straight to the A-bomb site. That is going to go into the hands of Flamey and Simple. But Simple has an AWP this time. It's the first time he's going to be defending A directly with this AWP.
And Flamey's posting, here's the running. There are 4 people on the A-bomb site already for the CT side. Down goes Simple, just the 1 kill, but Edward's in a great position. 2-man spray down for him. Flamey getting in work as well. Edward tries, that doesn't work out. NBK with the CZ, but he's the last man standing, last man to fall. Sees through the wood, straight in the dome. Na'Vi look unstoppable on the CT side.
Yeah, they really do. This is such a strong performance. Envious, they're a team as well that you would expect them. Like, one of the reasons why Cobblestone is going to be a great map for them is that their aggression and their picking ability in the likes of Apex and Kenny S and so on, it really favors that aggressive style, and that style that allows individual skill to really come into play. But Na'Vi have been finding so many ways to mitigate that, to stop the individual skill coming into it as much, and just playing from advantages so well. Really good CT side so far in the face of the Envious offense. Can they keep it up here? Another big buy for Envious.
Saw a big document in front of Happy with lots of yellow stickers, which I would assume is a strat bug, so they've come prepared. But how do you prepare for a Na'Vi looking so solid on Cobblestone? Envy picking up the pace, moving into the drop zone area. Apex spots the shoulder, but he can't get the kill. He's completely blind, and he is at mercy of Seized. Seized offers no mercy. Happy above the drop, but no one's going to re-peek him. No one's going to give him a trade frag. How do they answer back?
It's so tough, isn't it? Guardians here, misses the first flick shot. Perhaps opportunity comes with that as he repositions here. And we get the fragging action onto the bomb site as Kenny Yes tries to push forwards, and he's doing so successfully here. A couple kills coming in for him, but NBK's the only man in support. Oh, there you go. Frag again from Kenny Yes. He's not stopping right now, but he's the only man left against two more. Can he get the ace going? No. Edwards shuts it down with the push, up close and personal with the AK-47. That's an 8-2 scoreline. That's another round where Envious have been crushed.
That is a face of frustration. That is a face of steely concentration. 8 rounds in a row for Na'Vi. 8 rounds in a row. This is quite a monster performance. Their money, though, isn't amazing at the moment. There's chance of a comeback for Envy. Some comeback. I mean, they're running out of rounds to win, and this one doesn't look likely. They've gone for a buy with 1 AK and a few pistols. We'll see what they can do with it. I mean, they've got 2 flashbangs and a smoke grenade. That's it. They're looking for those close quarters engagements. But again, look at the setup from Na'Vi. They are nowhere near Envy's position. It's almost like they know what Envy are going to do before Envy decide to do it.
Yeah, such a limited spot to work from with that money as it is, and Simple will put one straight in the face of NBK. Flamey's been playing so many annoying positions on this bomb site. You can see they're searching for him. The search party's out, but Flamey will strike. And this defense is so hard to surmount. Happy comes in, but again, last man standing, always having to play from such disadvantage. Envious as Na'Vi winning not just on the individual skill right now, but they are winning tactically, strategically. They are looking great, and it's hard to deny it. 9-2 is a mammoth scoreline on the CT side of Cobblestone, James.
Yeah, and they look pretty chill as well. And that's like, Simple looks so focused, even though they're experiencing nothing but success. And that's really good to see. At the previous major, or majors, I think part of his play, he got excited by the response of the crowd. He could hear the roar, and then he'll maybe overextend here and there. But he looks super chill at the moment, and that's very good. Looking in the long term for Na'Vi, long term of this tournament, long term of this year. Envy on the buy once again. NBK now down to the UMP, but they've got bags of utility. Can they spam the flashbangs and get onto the sites?
Back to the basics for Envious. Onto that B, but that's where Na'Vi have 4 players early into the round, as they have in many rounds before this one as well. Up onto the tree goes Apex, not much help, but looks like Happy and NBK doing enough damage, causing enough distraction and to allow Apex full freedom there from that vantage point. And finally, Envious have found a way in. And it's just Simple against 3, and with the money so low actually for a Na'Vi, they may actually consider not committing Simple all the way, unless perhaps he gets a free one very quickly, and that could be just a frag to convince Simple to go for it.
Let's see, 2 to find. Happy with 3 HP, quite dangerous. Trying to bait out players, running all over the place, but he can't do much off. Did some damage though to the economy. If he saved, he could have dropped a gun for Flamey, who had about 1400. But finally, Envy have found a way in. Has it come too late, though? That's the question. They've got 3 rounds on the board, and Na'Vi are coming straight back at them with another buy. Not going to give them any rounds, and you see the players on the French side trying to keep the spirits up. There's a technical pause. Happy's dropped from the server. Hopefully he'll be back, but again, they're trying to keep their frame of mind. Yes, they are down, but by no means are they out. Envy, kings of the comeback, if you will. Never over until it's over, especially with a team where the players are as strong as they are on the Envy side. So hopefully Happy's issue will be resolved shortly.
Yeah, that's really the thing, isn't it? It's just when you look at the players, that their skill is just so incredibly high. And so one would hope that they would be able to extract a couple extra rounds here to really give Na'Vi a run for their money. But at the same time, as you said, with Simple playing in the way that he is, because let's look at that last clutch situation. There is definitely an argument for Simple, even after getting the frag, to maybe even go for the save. But at the same time, Simple is the player on your team that will just do the unthinkable, that will win those 10% situations. And so you want him to be still capable of feeling like he can do that on the team, but still play a part of the team as well. It's a fine balance to walk with such a player as Simple. So it's going to be fun to see how that develops.
Right then.
Do Envious have an answer, James? Their round win was Rush B.
This is basically the first round they've won since the pistol. Bearing in mind the second round, the Na'Vi stacked to one site and then hid So it's been a long time in this match since Envy have experienced success, and it's been 9 rounds in a row for Na'Vi. So there was a unpause, and then there was a pause, so we'll see what's going on. Again, Na'Vi back on the bye. Guardian with the single AWP for this round. flamie may be a bit short because, again, he only had 1400, and we are indeed going live again. So we'll see if there's a gun to be collected for flamie. More discussion on the French side.
The funny thing here as well is that if Na'Vi are looking at the round that, basically, as you highlighted, the only round that EnVyUs have won, it was basically a B rush. And that's happened so many times before where it's actually failed for EnVyUs. That was the one time in the kind of tombola of variance there that actually it ended up coming up a W there for EnVyUs. But previously, that hasn't really worked out. So where do they even go? There's no consistency for them as far as where they can find success. So that is such a difficult problem to answer right now for the French side.
So after lots of passive rounds, Simple's going for a forward play towards A once again. Meanwhile, Kenny's over towards B. So this may not work out for Envy. Apex coming close. I'm not sure if Simple's hurt. He's got Grace in his hand. He's just going to buy time for his team again. So he's not going for those early aggressive plays. Speaking of which, seized, boosted up. Nasty surprise for Happy. AK collected, and Na'Vi can back off with that victory.
Wow, just not working out for EnVyUs, losing all of the picking opportunities. Looking to turn the corner, does find himself the headshot onto Seized, and trying to carry the momentum forwards, but Edward is in place in time to capitalize on Apex, still having his a nade out, well, or rather the gun not ready yet to use. Now it's a 2 versus 4, and Na'Vi know exactly what's coming.
Six are trying to do what he can, but down to NBK now. Got a second kill. That may pay off a bit later on, but flamie comes in for the flank, and that's going to be that. Na'Vi make it to double figures. This is like, this half is like playing someone at paper, rock, scissors, but they have a mallet and they're just smashing your fist.
Wow. So, in a spot now where nothing's worked, and that's really, that's a position that's very hard to play from, because it's not even a point of where you call your individual skill into question. Let's say, you know, you failed a clutch or something. It's just your overall approach, the spots you're getting into. Na'Vi are just getting way more advantages strategically and tactically. So the rush is on. Perhaps that's the answer. The variance thrown in once more, and we get the trades here, and it's actually working out fairly well. But the bomb is in a really forward position. It's lost now, and it's going to be contained in Connector. Oh, Guardian finds himself a headshot onto the wayward Apex, leaving Happy once again alone in a 1 versus 2.
The advantage here, though, is that it's Happy. You never know where he's going to be, but indeed, Envy ended up on the wrong side of the choke points, and Guardian likes to choke people. With his AWP, Happy will be the next victim, and that is another round in the bag for Na'Vi. One round remains for Envy to give themselves a fighting chance moving into the second half. I think I saw a second AWP for this round. Simple's picked one up.
Oh, that's glorious, James.
In the space.
Guardian looks pretty smooth so far, I gotta say.
Yep, he's having a good time. He is having a good time indeed. He's got an AWP for himself as well. So 2 AWPs for Na'Vi going into the last round. Once again, Envy on the pistols. The things that made them notorious in the first place. These Tech 9s, these CZs. Charging towards B-bombs. Like, can they be successful?
Yeah, Guardian once again, we just said he was...
Download TeamStream, the free app from Bleacher Report, and follow the esports stream for the latest E-League and esports news. There it is on your screens. Check it out. It might not matter what team you are at the moment. If you're facing Na'Vi on Cobblestone, you're going to have a tough time.
And the cool thing too is that actually, what I noticed about Na'Vi's defense, and obviously they had such a strong CT side that we just witnessed, is that they played it very differently as to how they... Because mousesports are generally a slower team that play more defaults. So actually we saw Na'Vi playing more players early in the round, like towards A, like 3 players towards A, which is fairly unconventional. The safe default way to play is how they played against EnVy. because he's able to combine very intelligent play and good decision-making with insane raw skill, which kind of dropped off after he got his injury, unfortunately. And so this is the tournament for Guardian to have a resurgence, and he's looking good so far.
He is. Let's see if Envy can look good in this second half, though. They've got 5 Kevlars, no defuse kit for them. Na'Vi have got flash smoke onto Seeds. Other than that, it's Kevlar for them as well. No P250s or other such weaponry. Guardian, is he going to get flashed in? I don't know. Having a look around, Happy's playing the off angle, and he has Apex 4 support from range. You want to use these range if you can with these USPs. Happy will hear the footsteps, but he's not in a position to retreat now. He's got to stand his ground. He's got 2 players coming his way, and he's going to go down. No frags for him, but he's got some information. Still early days, though. Na'Vi can do whatever they want.
They certainly can. All the time in the world. Now, Apex is trying to get some info here for Envy, as you can see him creeping forwards, and this is so much good information. If Na'Vi play this too slow, Apex could have a round-winning play on his hands with the flank, and it's looking good for that, especially with the positioning of Envious. They're going to be able to contain the push for a while to really set Apex up here. This is so tense right now. Apex could definitely mess this up if he's not careful. He's got to be so good in this position. There's one, gets the second two. Beautiful, just enough, and that should really set Na'Vi off balance.
Yeah, it's abandoned ship, or is it? Where are they going to go in this situation? This has kind of totally thwarted their plans. They may realize there's a stack towards B, and Envy are rotating as well. They're spreading back out once again. They can afford 2 per site now, or maybe 1 B and keep somebody around the connector. They'll hear 1 person drop, but what are they going to do if they're simple running all over the place? There goes NES, no bomb spotted though. Where is the bomb? That's the question. Down goes Apex as well, trying to reposition, not working out for the TTs. Sixer has a lot of work to do.
Yeah, that's a very important frag there from Sixer. Good position as well to work from with that USP, just trying to harass and just delay these Ts. Now the bomb has to go down, and MBK knows it. Gets himself the free kill, basically, as Edward was trying to plant that bomb. And here is the play that made the difference. Apex got himself all the way around the back. Very nice push from him.
Round the back.
And now it's Envious in with a chance here. They've got a good economy to start things off with, and we'll start to see more of the Na'Vi T side of Cobblestone. The TT side was impressive, but what does the T side look like?
Yeah, Na'Vi didn't really have... There were less than 10 seconds to plant the bomb, which is probably why Na'Vi went for the tree plant, which of course is somewhat exposed if someone is near Boulder, as opposed to planting behind the statue. Works out for Envy. Stereo headshots to finish off the round. So there is opportunity now. But again, Na'Vi so prepared on their CT side. Envy at this point will surely have to go into their CT side with no expectations of Na'Vi's T side. And that's a scary thought. It
really is. And right now, Na'Vi are making Envious sweat a little bit. Really just playing out the time without making a single sound anywhere on the map. We will have some grenades perhaps coming in now. There they are, the smokes. And that should tell Envious a few things here, but we get the push straight into Connector, so they maybe made it look like they're trying to go for that B play potentially, but streaming through Connector, close ranges, absolutely ideal here for Na'Vi with those Tech 9s.
They've got 2 rifles now, they've got 2 rifles, and there's no response here from Envy. Guardian walks straight into the crosshairs of Happy. That's 1 kill, but now they know where Happy is. They know where one of the 3 players are. They have to assume that's somewhere towards B as well, so that might play into favor of Na'Vi. There we go, Happy with the long range going to Seeds. Now he can run distraction, allowing his teammates to rotate. He's clearing houses, Happy. NBK goes down in the meanwhile. Edward now with the Tech 9 playing with the N4, trying to reposition, but maybe the last man standing. The dink onto Sixer. 1 more to fight, and he does it. He has crushed the buy of Envy. There are big problems here for the French.
How did he do that, James? The quad kill, 8 points of health at the end. Flamey, even just opening things up with the entry kill here with the Tech 9s. That's a great round as well. I mean, really trying to play to the strengths of those Tech 9s, and against also the expectation of Tech 9s, which is basically just to rush B, which is maybe what Envious, maybe that's what they were thinking would be up, but in fact it was to connect the push. So that is going to feel bad. That is not where you want to lose a round here. Envious's economy is crushed. They are forced to spend all their money to try to win a round where they have a massive disadvantage.
You wonder what the rest of Na'Vi's maps are like if Cobblestone's looking like this. Everybody picked Astralis. to win this major, but you gotta wonder, man. You gotta wonder. NBK and Co with the fourth fight here. Apex is flanked again. In the meantime, Sixer's putting in some damage towards the B bomb site. Can he buy time for his team? Pretty much the whole team here, and Happy's just containing from the back, but Caesar's taking him down. He's overextended. There goes KennyS as well. Time is running out for Envy. 2 players remain. Apex creeping around the statue. Oh my god, that's huge from Apex, leaving Simple alone now on the site, but they don't know where he is. Surely from the back, though, NBK finishes things off just when you thought they were down and out. Envy come back with the pistols.
The 5-7's so good. The 5-7 is so good, and Apex is so good as well. That is a very surprising victory there for Envious. That's going to keep them in this one by the skin of their teeth. But I'm sure Na'Vi, despite their economy being completely rocked by that loss, they're going to be very confident to continue here with such a round advantage.
Steam logon error for Kenny, so there's a small delay before the game resumes. Maybe that gives the teams time to chill out, because things have to be getting tense here, especially for the French side. Rocky roller coaster, but every one round of that Na'Vi win puts them closer to winning this match. They are only 3 rounds away now, and Envy are 8 behind Na'Vi. An AK picked up for NBK. That's a nice bonus. He can drop a gun for a teammate as well. 3,600 in the bank. The unpause has come in. We'll see what Na'Vi can do. It was such a great round to put them in that position in the first place, but Envy took it all away. But can they capitalize on their current advantages?
Yeah, it's going to be a very long road indeed. And no less, they will be on the CT side. That makes it tough, because it's hard to take dominating control of the map and the pace of the map on the CT side and really exploit some of the weaknesses of your opponents. You instead have to essentially be the recipients of the pace of your opponent here. The T's get to dictate what goes on. You can see just with these pistols and no armor here, no utility really, single flashbang on Guardian. There's not much expectation for the Na'Vi side, but they're going to take that one. Nice little frag there from Guardian. Still a Deagle in play on Guardian and Flamey as well, so there's always danger. And James, why is it a 3-on-3 right now? This is actually a problem.
I did wonder if he was going to go back for the repeat. KennyS cleaning up, but there's lots of 1 versus X situations for Envy at the moment. Look how deep that grenade is. What's worth noting is that Na'Vi didn't choose to force buy at the beginning of a half. When you just see constant force buys, normally it goes back and forth for ages. But Na'Vi have chosen a different route. Edward now, it's about damage in this situation. He just wants to maim Envy as much as possible. See what else he can do. Down on health again. There was minimal investment, no Kevlar onto Edward. Playing a blind spot just in case anybody overextends. And this is risky, nervous waters for Envy, with 1 player over towards the B bomb site and nobody watching the drop whatsoever. That may cause them to move around a bit. So Edward could pick somebody off just about in the right position there. And surely it's going to be a blind spot now for a few seconds. Kenny, though, finishes things off. Another round in the bag for Envy.
Did get a little bit scary, though, and they can't really afford to lose any weapons in rounds like that. Every edge counts at this point, especially when it goes towards the benefit of their economy.
3 screens, no Kleenex. Thumbs up from me. Thank you for tuning in.
Envious fans, they need all the support right now. They need all the energy going forwards. This is such a climb ahead of them. Now, they are up against an Na'Vi with no utility really. It's very limited, so we might see a very fast round, in fact. And KennyS is on the AWP, so this should be a fun one.
Yeah, you talk about playing for picks. And now we've got Simple, the likes of Simple to play with. So, you wonder what will happen on the Na'Vi side. Simple's, he's firing into the wall, maybe to try and cover the movement. It's a drop. 3 players here for Na'Vi. More surprises coming for Envy, and they're falling 1 by 1. They can't get any frags down.
Oh, this is bad. This is real bad. Just Happy left. KennyS couldn't get anything done. And it always looks very, very sad in situations like this where everyone on Happy's team dies immediately. Then we just go to his POV and he's just like walking around somewhere, because there is, what can you do? He's often in the lurking position, and this time he's on the wrong side of the map.
We had the commentator PC on Simple. Just wanted to see if he was going to go play for any picks or anything, but he was standing there facing the wall at the beginning of B Plateau, and then he started shooting the wall.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, why are you doing that? And then 3 people, as they start moving in, he starts spraying into the wall. 3 people jump into the drop, trying to cover. That is a very nasty surprise for Envy, and it's cost them 4 of their 5 players. Once again, Na'Vi steal around, which puts them 2 away from victory.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful thing when you see players using other sounds to cover footsteps. This is something that Flusha did in one of his like crazy aces that he did on Dust 2. That is in so many highlight reels. He used a grenade to like cover his dropping sound and to enter a position where his opponents didn't know where he was or could possibly be, and it allowed him to ace. And so there's so much value from that, and I feel like we don't see it enough. So that's awesome. I thought he was trying a crazy wallbang at first I'd never seen before, but yeah, you're right.
I thought he was just shooting the ball.
He's just angry.
I want to shoot this ball. Anyway, Envy buying as much as they can. The 6 are reduced to the CZ, but again, it's a gun that Envy made notorious. But times are difficult, and now we have...
What is that? Who is doing that?
It sees there's a smoke on the drop, and he's just shooting in case anyone's boosting. In the meantime, Kenny gets picked off. Sixer rescues the rifle, but can they rescue the round?
Sixer with the forward position here on the plateau. It's a good position. It can often be one and done. Let's see if it pays off for him. It could very well be this. Na'Vi's in the bulk of their team through drop zone. Oh, that looked like it could have been good there for MBK, but taken down. Happy's dead on the A side of the map too. So at this point, Na'Vi with a minute left, they can go anywhere. Sixer reveals himself, and indeed it's a one and done. But that can't be how this goes. It's only Apex remaining now against 4 players. That's not good.
Apex with the French gun. Can the French gun do it for him? The FAMAS. Can see the French army walking around with it.
So far, the French team is not doing it for him in this Cobblestone game, James.
They may need the French army to win this match against Na'Vi, and now Na'Vi reach match point. This is just like a warning shot to everybody else. If you play Na'Vi, you better think twice before leaving Cobblestone in the map pool. We'll see if Na'Vi can take it over the line. Looks likely because Envy have no money to buy.
Yeah, they are in the doldrums right now. Their money is all but gone. They've scrounged and found what they can through scavenging, and they've come up with some CZs, 5-7 Deagle, and a UMP. Good luck. Let's see if they can do something with it. Yes, there are some cool spots, but the thing is, Na'Vi have been very good and disciplined with removing the most dangerous positions, using utility, using grenades, smokes, flashes, molotovs, HEs, and so on. They've been spot on there, really showing the work that they've put in on this map in the big break that we've had before the major. Or between majors even as well. Been a massive break between the majors. 6 months, I think. And here we go, Simple. First man. And there's 3 men to find. Simple might just be going for a pick here, and his team might just leave him to this. We'll have to see if that's the plan. What can Simple find? So far, nothing.
I do wonder if Happy is going to go for a flank. He's very forward towards A. Other than that, they are at the mercy. They are at the mercy. NBK with the season is a dangerous spot for Seeds. The flash comes in as well. He's crouch peeking. Not going to work out for him though. Damage done, but it's man advantage Envy. Flamey now looking over the drop. Maybe looking for a CT to try and rescue that gun, but Envy know better than to do that. They can't afford to take those risks. Some jump peeking from Kenyes around the statue. He can't peek again, he knows that. That's coming in. They got Sixer now on the low ground. Just good for 1 kill, but Kenyes will trade from range. And now down to 2 versus 2.
Yeah, very slow considered effort here from Na'Vi. Very diligent and disciplined. It has, however, had some holes thanks to Envious's aggressive play with these flashbangs, but it's down to Happy once again. He's got the Deagle. He knows where they are. His position unknown. Coming in. First shot's going to connect onto Flamey. Now it's just Edward. Still just a Deagle here. Not going for the reload. Happy pushing the position to try to find Edward quickly here. The bomb is down. Happy goes for the shot. It connects, but not good enough. Edward too strong. He will stand tall above Happy's body. It's a 16-6 victory here. What a display on Cobblestone from Na'Vi.
That is Bulshaya Pabieda for Na'Vi. A victory on Cobblestone, and again, it looks like a very dangerous map to play against going forward into this major. Na'Vi.
This gun takes blood.